Hola chicos, esté todo bien. Vale. Bueno, pues ya está. Estamos aquí otra vez. Tenemos ahora dos series, las cuales en teoría, en mucha teoría, por supuesto, deberíamos ganar, que son Washington Nationals, aunque ya nos han ganado un partido antes en la serie anterior, y Colorado Rockies. Sí, César, otra vez béisbol, no va a haber NFL, o sea, es que ya lo he dicho muchas veces, no va a haber NFL, o sea, no va a haber. Washington y Colorado Rockies. En teoría debería ser estos partidos victorias para nosotros, porque tenemos mejor equipo, mejor récord, pero aquí cada partido es un mundo, ¿eh? Así que vamos a ver qué pasa. Nos ganaron un partido y bueno, vuelve Francisco Lindor, que estaba lesionado, así que bueno, Juan Soto también. Pete Alonso lesionado. Músculo de la espalda. Vale. Pues qué bien. Qué bien. Pues hay que firmar un primera base. Buah.
Up now for Washington, C.J. Abrams. Nobody on the team has more stolen bases than he does this season, Chris. Fastball in for a strike, and that's how this series begins. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2 now.
Luego vemos qué gravedad es la lesión de Pete Alonso, ¿eh? Luego la tenemos que ver porque puede ser duro, ¿eh?
Outside low, and that's ball one. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and that is strike one.
Me ha dejado un poco frío, la lesión. A ver si no es muy dura porque el final de mes que se viene es tocho, ¿eh?
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's out number two.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
A ver, vamos a ver una cosa. No tengo otra primera base que no sea... No, ¿verdad? Ronnie Mauricio, venga. Necesitamos un primera base, ¿eh? No titular, pero algo mejor. Bien.
Back here at Citi Field, getting the nod in this one, Cade Cavalli. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, and as Whip tells you, he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So they're taking the mound. This is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Jeff McNeil stands in. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Starling Marte getting ready to hit. Bounce to the left side.
Bueno, partido importante porque tenemos muchos descansos sin jugadores importantes. Cuidado,
second inning set to go. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Lane Thomas. And a foul ball. Paddock goes 6 feet 5 inches, 215 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2015. And he grounds one to the right side. Julian gets it to first. Out. 1 up, 1 down. And now it's Luis Garcia. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball.
No score here in the second. Foul ball there. And he hits a ground ball right
Bien,
side.
Ronnie.
Mauricio takes it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Swung on, belted. Back there. Feeling
Bien.
the ball as he makes the catch.
Uf.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here is Ronnie Mauricio.
Bien.
Ground off the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Venga.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches. Even
Es el momento, Brandon.
he loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Vamos. Bien, Brandon. Ya son 15, ¿no? 16 partidos, yo creo.
And for him, that's 2 solid weeks with the hit in every
14.
game. I mean, he's running his hitting streak to 14, and let me tell you, that's no
Venga,
easy
va.
task. This guy's grinding out at bats. He's figuring out ways to put the ball in play and just as well do it with some authority.
Now a chance for Francisco
Oh.
Alvarez.
Venga, Francisco, hay un home run.
And he deals. And that one is lifted in the air.
Bueno, tercera base.
Cruz makes a nice running catch. And he makes it up to third with 1 away.
Venga, va.
Jake Berger up now for the Mets. This one
No,
in the air.
tío. No puedes hacer eso, tío.
He's got it. 2 down.
Jake.
Tyrone Taylor, the next to hit. The other way.
No, Jake, tío.
He takes it himself
Qué
to
mal
the bag,
tronco.
and
2
that's
bases
good.
teníamos,
Back here in Queens, here's the third baseman, Ildemaro Vargas. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
Popped in the air, left field. Makes the catch for the out. Dylan Cruz will hit next. That one catches the corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And now the count is even.
Ah, bueno.
Top of the third, no score. Check swing went around. 1 and 2.
1-2.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Tapped softly on the ground. Zips it across.
Vamos.
And now 2 gone. Stepping in.
Vuelve Lindor de
Alex
lesión,
Cole. Clips the corner. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Here's the 0-2.
Vamos.
And he did not like
Venga, venga.
Nothing. Bottom of the inning. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Now fly ball to right
Va muy
center.
alta, pero no profunda.
Brings it in, and a couple of quick outs. Next is the designated hitter, Jeff McNeil. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Ball one, no strikes. Wouldn't chase that time.
Venga.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
2 down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. To the right side, Meneses. He takes
Pues
it
mal,
himself to
de
the
momento
bag, and that'll do it. And the Mets
bastante
go.
mal.
All set for the start of the inning. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. With the right-hander back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, these Nationals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That one the other way. Lindor. Over to first. That's the
Bien.
first out in the top of the fourth. Stone Garrett digging in for the Nationals. First offering, and it just misses.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone. And
Había mapita bola la de
you
antes.
just keep eating right out of your hand.
Late that time, and it's strike two. The Nationals yet to pick up a hit here.
Vamos.
And there's 2 away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Meneses, the next to hit, takes ball 1. That clips a corner.
Uf.
2 outs. Hard hit, left field, base hit.
He was all over that one. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield.
Odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position. So first and second with 2 outs. Next to hit for the Nats, Luis Garcia. 4th inning underway, no score. And that's downstairs and outside.
Vamos.
One in the air center field. Taylor moving under it. And that's the
Bien.
3rd out. So the Nats leave. And we're back. John Chambly
Venga.
and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Starling Marte. Bounce to 3rd.
Oh.
Drives, and he can't
Vamos.
hang on. And he beats it.
Vamos.
That's a hit. Great try there.
En Starling.
Ronnie Mauricio up now for the Mets. And he's
Venga,
already
Ronnie.
singled in this game. In the air, left field.
Oh.
Under it. Puts it away for the
Qué pena,
out.
tío. Qué pena.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 1 for 1 with a single.
Venga, Nimmo.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Fought off foul. The 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see it.
Va, va.
Stays alive.
Venga, seguimos salvándola.
he's
Idiota.
back standing. Left-hand batter waits. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Also really good at bat.
Se canse.
About this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy
No puedo creer, tío. No me lo puedo creer, tronco, de verdad. No me lo puedo creer, tío.
We go to the top of the fifth, and now it's
Me
going
jodas,
to be
tío.
Keibert Ruiz. Gets
Cachondeo,
under and
colega.
pops it up. Julian makes the catch. And there's one down. And now up for Washington, Ildemaro Vargas. He's 0 for 1. That one lifted to left. Nimmo ranging after it. And there's 2 away. Up now for Washington, Dylan Cruz.
Ball
and
one.
Takes low for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
No fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Really difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
And
Vamos.
down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back here at Citi Field. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Right side,
A las
hard
manos.
hit. And he handles it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball
Qué mala
out of the
pinta tiene
air.
esto.
Lets the defense work
La verdad.
behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Out to short. The throw to first. And a couple of quick outs. So up next, Tyrone Taylor. 0 for 1.
Está teniendo pinta fea, fea,
Lifted in the air, right center field.
Y el perro del vecino que no para de llorar,
And
tío.
that will end the inning.
Y de ladrar.
6th inning coming up. And
Chao,
welcome back to
tronco.
the ballpark. Top 6. Here's the left fielder, Alex Call. And a foul ball.
Well, these Nats just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen
Venga,
it quite a
Starling.
bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Next to hit for the Nats, C.J. Abrams.
Cuidado con esto también,
And he takes a strike.
And
Qué
on the
jodido.
mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
All tied up here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
Ya estamos.
Goes down looking.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you.
Fires across the diamond, and that is
Tiene pinta de que Marque gana.
back here in Queens.
Oh, no,
Going
pero
bottom 6.
tiene muchas
The batter will
posibilidades.
be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Ball, this one high and deep, way back there.
Vamos.
Out of here.
Vuelve de lesión. Vamos.
That'll fire up the dugout. It's 1-0. He only needed one
Vamos,
swing
vamos, vamos.
to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that
Enorme.
at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid
Uf.
off.
Enorme, enorme. De Francisco. Enorme, enorme, enorme. Vamos.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good
Edward.
job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Julian now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Bounce
No.
to the right. And that chance handled. Steps on first for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
1-0.
McNeil in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Out towards right center field. Garrett
No.
should have this one. Makes the grab.
Venga, no pasa nada.
2 outs,
A
base is
Starling.
empty. Starling Marte up to hit. In the air, center field. Cruz in position, and he makes the catch. And that's the inning. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. And we're back. New inning getting started. And here's the first baseman, Joey Meneses. Just missed. And fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. Really late, opposite field now.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
That one misses. Ball 3.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Inside ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
That one's in there. That's strike 1. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Sizzling on its way to the outfield. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited.
Manager out of the pitching change here, Michael Lorenzen.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Garcia in the box now, takes strike 1. This one in the air, center field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that is a big first out.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Ruiz in the box, lays off for ball 1. This is inside, and the count is 2-0.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Right-hander kick steals. And that one fouled off. Kicks and deals. On the ground. Base hit into the outfield. Throw comes in quickly, and the tying run forced to hold on at third with one away. One down. Ildemaro Vargas digs in now. Golden opportunity right here.
Ah, que no lo puedo quitar.
Swing and a ball popped up. Lindor moving under it. Drops into the glove. And the center fielder, Dylan Cruz. Fouled off down the right side. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. Right side. And it goes just foul.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed.
¡Vamos! ¡Vamos!
Huge strikeout.
¡Vamos! Joder.
Back here at Citi Field.
La que hemos salvado.
Last half of the 7th. And stepping in for New York, Ronnie Mauricio.
La que hemos salvado.
Cavalli back to work. Short hop liner, handled it short. Throws across the diamond. Barely got him for the out.
No hay challenge, sí. Venga, lo vamos a hacer.
So they had
Nos vamos a
decided
pedir.
to challenge the
Ha
play,
estado ahí
and
justa.
now it's up to the replay umpires in New York to make.
Perfecto. Ganada.
Next to hit, Brandon Nimmo. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. And makes
La ha
the
cogido,
grab.
tío.
And there's one down.
La ha cogido, tío.
And next for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Fastball for a strike.
Vale.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Mason Thompson up and throwing. Rainey also getting ready. And that one is lifted in the air. Garrett makes the grab, and there's 2 down. The throw is wild, and it gets away. So up next for New York, Jake Berger. On the ground, right side. Out number 3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Adbert Alzolay. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Call. The next to hit takes low for a ball. And another ball.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
Looking to get the tying run on
Vale,
base.
Mimo.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Makes the grab, and there's one away. And now up for Washington, C.J. Abrams.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And
runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack from tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game. I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul.
Qué raro ya.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Vamos.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Mason Thompson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is. Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. 5 hits for him on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
Check swing. Now to look down to first. He went around, according to Carl
Pimentero,
Dixon.
venga, tu casita.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off.
And of course, sometimes you need to be patient as an offense and let the pitcher come to you, but you can't argue with the game plan they're using in this one.
Up the middle, Garcia slings to first, 2 up, 2 down. Edouard Julien getting ready to hit. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Matt Barnes, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Bounced and no chance for a play, and let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. And now the Mets DH, Jeff McNeil. On the ground, right side. Throws to first.
Bueno, pues picheamos para ganar un partido duro, la verdad.
And welcome back to the ballpark.
Y es que
Now it's the Nationals
se me va el intención de gol. Da igual. Que no va a batear.
Intentional walk signal to the leadoff hitter. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Throw back in quickly.
Qué bien.
First and second now with nobody out.
Muy bien, Albert, muy bien. Muy bien. Muy bien, Albert. Gran trabajo, hijo.
Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game. He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
So the tying run at second. Swing and a ball popped up. And the infield fly is called. Ildemaro Vargas digging in for the Nationals. First pitch doesn't find the zone. In there at the knees. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base.
Swing, fuera.
Swing, now with appeal to third. Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes. Last chance for the Nats in this one. Up now for Washington, Dylan Cruz. First pitch misses. And there's the strike.
1 ball, 1
Big
strike.
spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one got a piece
¿Qué
of
hace?
it. He had 2 strikes up.
¿Qué hace?
And he hit him. So 2 down. Next
¿Qué
to
hace?
hit for the Nats, Alex Call. As the Nationals are down to their final out. Right through there for a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Alzolay is just 1 strike
That's the
away.
ball.
That one off the mark,
1-2.
and it's 1-2. And
No.
that's down and away.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this.
Vamos.
Got him swinging, it's a strikeout. The tying
Vaya
and
partido,
go-ahead
vaya
runs are left
partido,
aboard
vaya
as this
partido.
one is over.
When you win 5 in a row,
Vaya
the confidence
partido
just goes to another level, and you start to gain
de-
this momentum, and you think that you're
que hemos
never
ganado,
gonna lose
bueno,
a
esta
game
victoria.
again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching, the team is making the plays defensively. This
Bueno.
is the kind of feeling. It's not going to last.
Vamos
all
a ver el
season
tema
long,
que nos
but you wanna
preocupa,
ride it as long as
que
you
es
possibly can. Perhaps
quítalos
push it
ahora
up to
mismo.
double digits.
Vamos a ver. Ahora mismo es el tema número 1 que nos preocupa. La verdad. Vamos a ver. Unos 6 días. Bueno. Podemos aguantar. Venga, va. Vale, muy bien. No es tan grave la lesión.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Washington Nationals going up against the New York Mets. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. Chris, one guy having a big year for this club, leading the team in home runs and runs batted in, Juan Soto.
Yeah, Boog, he's one of the pillars of this lineup, and when you have a guy like that that's so consistent and so productive, you want to make sure you can do whatever you can.
Creo que le va a pegar, pero bueno.
Get him as many at-bats as you can in a
No
ball
le he
game.
visto.
If you do that, you've got a really good chance of scoring a lot of runs. Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out to me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
The pitch. And another ball.
3-0.
And there's ball 4.
It all just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, a nice lead and a nice steal there to get into scoring position with the heart of the order at the plate. That might just lead them to pitching around these hitters a little more because of the open base, but it's early in this ball game. Can't imagine it'll change the attack plan too much.
Liner, base hit. Around third. He will score, and the Nats take the lead. 1-0. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
2 away. And now it's Luis Garcia.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one. If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure these guys are chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
And ball 1. Meneses at second with 2 down. Just missing there. The count now 2-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Here comes a pitch. Got him. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Back here in Queens. And on the hill, the lefty, Patrick Corbin. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Juan
Soto now, hitting a ton of homers this year. Second most in the National League.
Venga, caña, me jodas.
Meneses settles underneath it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nothing. Top of the second. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Ildemaro Vargas. The wind to the pitch. Vargas measures 6 feet even, batting 6th in today's lineup. And he's usually a third baseman, but today he's starting at shortstop. And a foul ball. And now the lefty gets a piece and stays alive. And the 0-2. That's out to center field. Taylor moving under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. And now up for Washington, Riley Adams. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
No ball.
One out, base is empty. That one close, ruled the ball. And the count even 1-1. And another ball. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. One down, base is empty. He goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Base hit, center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second with a stolen base.
Pretty close play on that one. A perfect throw probably gets him. That throw was just a little wide to the third base side of the bag, so he had to reach a little bit to get it. Could have been just enough to make the difference there.
In plenty of time to first. That bottom half of inning number 2, and stepping in for New York, Edouard Julien. In the air, left field. Makes the catch.
Mucha pereza, que me vaya a limpiar en 3 picheos todo el rato, Mucha pereza. La verdad. ¿Ves? No puedo, tío. No puedo, de verdad, Vale ya, ¿no, tío? Vale ya, ¿no? Vale ya.
On to the third inning. Here's Lane Thomas. Strike one.
0-1.
Next one misses, and 1-1.
1-1.
The pitch. And another ball.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Taylor calls it in, and there's one away. Now the number 2 hitter, Stone Garrett. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
That's in there.
1-1.
One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The punch out there, and there's 2 down.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Meneses in the box now. No balls and a strike. Misses just off the
Bola de
outside
qué, tío?
edge. I think that was a strike. Right side. Soto going after it.
No, pues a ver si no me limpian en 3 picheos otra vez, porque si no me voy a cabrear mucho, Pero basta ya, tío.
And we're back. Set for the bottom of the third. Now here is Tyrone Taylor. Swings through that one for strike one. Corbin, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. And here it comes. Not even close there. And that's ball one. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Puts it away for the out. And now the catcher comes up to him, Francisco Alvarez. And there's a foul ball. That's to third.
Nada, tío.
Gathers and throws to first. And there are 2 outs. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. The shortstop takes the ball. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Robles brings it in for the third out.
O esto cambia o se acabó,
Back here at Citi Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Eddie Rosario. And the pitch a little bit low, ball one.
You know, these Nationals showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And one gone to the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And that one is in the dirt. And the count's even at 2. Wouldn't chase that time.
No te muevas, perro.
do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Ground ball right side. And he handles it himself for the out. Ildemaro Vargas digging in for the Nationals. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hard hit left side. Not in time.
Venga.
Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Cambio de pitcher. Se acabó bien.
Still a really impressive play.
Here comes the skipper.
Ya, porque es que no.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've
Cuenta
got a lot
nadie,
of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
0-2.
Next offering misses down and away. That one not close, and it's 2-2. That's ripped. Base hit. Vargas rounds second on his way to third. And that's a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
That's in there. 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it
Taylor.
Got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Bottom of the 4th. Now it's the DH, Starling Marte. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one ripped. That's back. And it
Vamos.
is gone.
Vamos. Vamos.
His 13th home run of the season. It's 1-1.
He just sent this stadium into a
Vamos,
frenzy.
Starling,
They're
vamos.
going nuts.
Dorme.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not getting
Venga, va.
anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
McNeil stands in now and watches strike 1.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
In the air, right field, on the move. He's got it, and there's one down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Well struck right field. That one's deep.
Vamos.
Off the wall. Now he'll turn for second, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Poquito ha faltado, tío.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
La Eduard. No, tío, Eduard, no, tío.
And that is strike 2.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Dale, por favor, Eduard.
On the ground, right side. Meneses steps on first for the out.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Vamos! Vamos! RBI machine. Vamos.
A gigantic blast. It's their second home run of the inning,
Vamos.
and that's how they take the lead. It's 3-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. The slider right down the middle of the plate. It's like slow motion for a hitter. You're just licking your chops, waiting for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
Rosario
Venga, bien,
pulls
bien.
it down, and the inning is over. But two-round tripper. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the center fielder, Victor Robles. Robles, 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Up and in, 1-0. And that's outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Kicks and fires.
That's up.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. It's softly on the ground, left side. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Very unusual here. An intentional walk with the bases empty and one out. One gone, runner at first. Next for the Nationals is the
Outside,
DH,
ball.
Stone Garrett. Nobody on his team has a better batting average than he does, Siggy. Runner on the move. Throw, safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play.
Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's a one-run game. And that's a double.
Well, it was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
And that one fouled off. Man at second.
Ball.
And a count 1-2.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
That one is absolutely belted. Taylor going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second, headed for the plate. He scores to tie it
muy
up.
bien.
It's 3-0. Here's Eddie Rosario.
Muy bien.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football. Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Not much to this one other than just a will.
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Jose Cisnero.
Now pitching for
Digging
the
in, Luis Garcia. That one finds the zone. 0-1. In there at the knees for a strike. Rosario leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one 95 to finish him off. And stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor.
Qué bien todo.
Back to work. That one ripped but foul.
After scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
On the ground to the left, and it's through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Now the catcher up to hit, Francisco Alvarez. Down the line, and it's foul. They're down the 0-1. That one down the line.
Esa es buena.
That's a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Swung on, belted.
Vamos.
And it's a one-hopper off the
Vamos.
wall. Should be extra bases. One runs in. Throw cut off. Down to the
Venga, recuperamos la ventaja, vamos.
Safely. 5-3 now.
Got to be feeling
Última,
great about
Francisco.
that double. Big spot, and he drives in too. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
And a pitch. Out to short. On to first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Corbin throws over, and he's back in there.
¿Va bien, Jeff? Oh.
One out, the runner at second here in the second game of the series.
Es así.
And a base hit into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Venga, Juan.
Here's Juan Soto. 1 for 2.
Vamos, Juan.
Little
No.
chopper rolls foul. Runners at the corners, one away. Last half of inning number 5. This to center field. Robles settles under.
Venga, carrera.
Makes the catch. Runner tags from third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 6-3.
So many times that one gets out of here and into the seats, but he'll take the sac fly RBI. Good job to get that run in from third.
Vamos.
Base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. It appears Dave Martinez.
Hola, venga, tu casa.
On the mound for the Nationals, Trevor Williams. He last
Venga,
pitched
RBI
2 days
machine.
ago. First and second, 2 down. And next for the Mets, Jake Berger. And that's outside. And that is ball 1.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation or maybe a long relief.
This one blasted the other way, down the line, and it's a foul ball. Line to left.
Vamos, Bota. Vamos. RBI machine, tío. Es un RBI machine, Jake Berger. Enormes. Vamos. Jake Berger es una locura, ¿eh? Brandon. Tiene que seguir el reto. No. Venga. Pues muy bien, la verdad. Muy fresco.
And we're back. Now it's the shortstop, Ildemaro Vargas. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. And a ground ball to first. Julien tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Riley Adams will hit next. Misses off the plate. Ball 1. And another ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid
Jose.
he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And there's a strike. The Mets leading by 5.
Venga, la jugamos, José.
Top half of the 6th.
Bien, José, enorme.
Down on strikes. 2 gone now.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. Even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball.
Lindor on to first. Nats go down 1-2. Bottom of the 6th. And stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. And a pitch. To third, Senzel. Zips it to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Oh.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. In the air, out to center. Sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. 2 down. Here's Francisco Lindor. He swings and hits a fly ball in center field.
Está bien, está
Pulls
bien.
it down and he makes the catch.
Perfecto.
And that'll. We go to the top of the 7th, and now it's Victor Robles up to hit. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
In the air on the infield, Julien has a beat on it, but it's the pitcher that makes the play. And there's one away. Lane
no debería batear, pero bueno.
next to hit. And that's a little bit high.
Está esto casi ganado. Pues que bate.
That one fouled off.
Haga lo que quiera. Este va a hacer algo,
Bases empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Está claro que este va a hacer algo. Vamos.
And a miss, struck him out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it, catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against
¿Por qué Miami está ganando todo el rato, tío?
put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That one pushed foul. 2 down, nobody on. Fouls one off. 2-2.
No, va.
Out to short, Lindor.
Venga, una menos.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning. National. Back here in Queens. And now the DH, Starlin Marte. Williams back to work. Out to center. Under it. Hauls it in for the out. One away.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Los Braves perdiendo,
And now here's Jeff McNeil. 1 for 3.
Los Braves perdiendo.
Light drive.
Y la coge. Se le cae.
But it's off his glove. And
Vamos.
he beats it. He's safe.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and
Vamos,
away.
Juan.
Right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
And now it's Juan
No.
Soto. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And that one hammered
Va muy larga.
way back there. And that one is gone.
Espectacular.
He flexes his power with that swing.
Espectacular.
His 36th home run of the season. It's 10-3. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Anytime you have a
Enorme,
pitch down
Juan.
the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So 1 out, nobody on. Edouard Julien up now for the Mets. And that
Con lo
one
chulo
hit
que ha
to
sido la de
first.
antes, tronco.
A flip to the pitcher covering, and that is out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Jake Berger. He's already homered here in this one. There's a swing and a miss. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That's to third.
Vale.
Sends
Vamos a por la
Allen to
octava.
first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. And it is back here at Citi Field, ready to begin the 8th. And now the first baseman, Joey Meneses. Hard hit, right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
The left fielder, number 8.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Eddie Rosario. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Oscar Brazoban will take over here. He's
Now
into the game with the
for
bases
Mets.
empty.
Number 21, Oscar Brazoban.
That to right.
Cuidado.
Soto going after it. He's got it. There's 2 away. Luis Garcia getting ready to hit. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
The Mets up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 8th.
2-0
And
count.
that one missing low. And this is inside.
Ay, Dios.
That's a slider for a strike. 2 outs. He swings and fouls one off. And the righty deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The pitch. This one high in the air to left center. Taylor ranging after it. He makes
Enorme.
and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak.
A ver si aquí se puede
And a pitch.
seguir el récord.
And a foul ball.
Bueno, el récord.
Williams,
La racha esa, 14.
31 years old, and he was a
Está
second-round
difícil.
pick back in 2013.
Vamos, enorme. 15, Brandon. Bien, Brandon, bien.
Oh, you never like to cut it that close, but the hitting streak will live on at least another day.
Little bit of a tense moment, Singy. Looked like that might be the end of it.
I don't know, the way he's been going, his confidence
Vamos.
must be sky high. So even if it takes until his last at bat, you get that sense that a hit's coming from this guy one way or another.
Dylan Floro takes over on the mound.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today.
That one the other
Esa
way.
buena también,
And a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. Safe.
Enorme, Brandon.
With the RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive.
Y quedó 1-0 el anterior, antes del partido.
Here leaves that one off the inside. Taylor on third. Alvarez at first with no outs. To the right side.
Vamos.
That's a base hit. Run scores.
Picks himself up an RBI. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that.
Oh,
There's one. Relay to first. Double play.
Starlin.
Jeff McNeil stands in.
Number 1, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Here's a rip to
Whoa.
short, but he's there for the third out.
Just a beautiful play. Where's
Lo
the
ha
king?
cogido,
In the
tú.
air like Superman, diving catch,
Ya.
and he ends the inning.
Fíjate cómo lo ha pillado, Joder.
All set to start the 9th in this one. And now the shortstop, Ildemaro Vargas. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. The shortstop takes the ball. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Misses outside. Now 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Chop to the left side. And he picks it up and he'll put it in his pocket. And now it's filled up.
You got a full count.
Hit the air, left field. Nimmo has it sized up. And there's one down. He's 2 outs away. And the batter now, Riley Adams. That clips the corner. That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. One down, base is empty.
Ball, 2 strikes.
Chop to the right side. And he handles
Venga,
it
uno,
himself
Huáscar.
for the out.
Uno más.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's Nick Senzel in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Ball one there. Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it.
Y Mets win.
On to first, ball game. And the Mets take this one in a blowout.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect.
Pues venga, último partido de la serie. Kyle Bradis. Vuelve Byron, después de la lesión.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Washington Nationals going up against the New York Mets. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Chomby. So the New York Mets have yet to lose a game in this series, and now they go for the sweep at home against their division rival.
So, Boog, I noticed a few fans carrying brooms around the stadium. Where do you think these people find these brooms? Are they from the house, and are they dirty? Are they clean? What's the deal?
Ready to go now? Up now for Washington, C.J. Abrams. Edge of the zone for a strike, and away we go this afternoon. Right-hander deals.
Bien, Kyle.
And he didn't like the call.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And he drops it down the third baseline. And foul ball. Swings through it for the K. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year.
Well, he's got great strikeouts up on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
That clips the corner. Outside low. And the count is 3-1. 2 outs, base is empty. And that one pulled foul. This one in the air. On his way over. Corrals it. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Starling Marte. The pitch. That one missed.
No.
Count 1-0.
This one popped up. And there's one down. Jeff McNeil stands
Batting
in.
second, the second baseman. Mantener.
On the ground, right side. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone.
Batting
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Juan Soto. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. In the air, left side. Rosario sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. We played an inning. No score.
Bueno, pues hemos empezado así, ¿eh?
Back here in Queens, here's Eddie Rosario.
Left fielder, number 8.
Radish in his 3rd season, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. And that one is in for a strike.
Vamos.
Leadoff man retired here in the 2nd. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
2nd inning here, no score.
Vamos.
Swing and a miss, and he struck
Joder,
him
Bravis,
out. And there's 2 away.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Maquinote, el Bravis.
On a line, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Ya no pasa nada.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going.
And that is that.
Va.
And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. And stepping in for New York, Jake Berger.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Gore back to work. Misses off the plate. 1-0. Foul ball there. On a line out towards center.
Qué pena, tío.
And a quick out, number 1. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. And a good eye there. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. The pitch. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Just outside. Ball 2.
It's a good take.
And another ball.
Venga, va.
1 out, base is empty. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center.
Vale.
And that gets down into the gap. Makes the turn and heads for 2nd. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
In the dirt. Well done.
Tranquilo.
Next offering is fouled back.
Se acabó la, yo creo.
1 out and a runner at 2nd. Check on the runner. Lindor back in there. Kicks and deals. Now this is in the air down the line. He's got it. Runner tags and will move up to third.
Venga, aquí hay que darle, Vamos, Byron.
The center fielder, Byron Buxton.
Right field down the line.
Se ha perdido 3 partidos por lesión,
Slices foul.
Nada más llegar casi.
2 outs. And it's 1-1.
Va. Venga, un hit Byron. Va. No, tío.
And that's that. One hit, one left. Back here at Citi Field. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Ildemaro Vargas.
Count 1-0.
And he deals. And a foul ball. Ground ball to the right side. And that one handled to first.
Bien.
A great play deep in the hole. And here's the rookie center fielder. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1's the count.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
One down, base is empty.
Vamos.
Got him swinging.
Man, he stood no chance in that at bat. A 3-pitch strikeout, swung through all 3. Tell you what, Boog, it's not a good feeling at all.
You know that from experience?
It's happened a time or two. If I didn't roll over on the first pitch, sinker to second base, then, you know, in there long enough, then I would, yeah, I've had a couple.
My guy had testing. Stays alive. The 0-2. Right
Vamos.
through there, got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down.
Venga, va.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Yeah, the batter now, Omar Narvaez. As the lefty gets to work. Strike on the inside corner. Hit in the air, center field.
Nada, Omar, lo que puedas.
Makes the grab, one away.
Lo que puedas.
And next for the Mets, Edouard Julien. Up the middle, Garcia sends it to first, and he's out.
Con nada.
Starling Marte up to him. He popped out his first time. Out there to center, goes towards it, makes the catch, inning over. Back here in Queens as we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's the right fielder, Stone.
Bien.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, these Nats just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down the strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play. Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. That one way outside, 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And a payoff pitch.
No.
And that's ball 4. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Eddie Rosario. And that's in for a strike. Meneses over at first with 1 away. In there at the knees. That is strike 2. Got him looking for the K. Here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Swing and a miss.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
2 outs. Foul ball still 0-2. Righty delivers.
Venga, va. Hay que empezar a atacar, ¿eh?
Here comes a pitch. Ripped on a line to center. Snags it on the run.
Así difícil.
One up, one down. And now Juan Soto. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where hitters hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? Breaking ball inside. Going to count 1 and 2.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
A la bola. Hostia.
Slider got him for strike 3. Now it's going to be Jake Berger. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
So man aboard. So up next for New York, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Garrett brings it in. And ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the catcher, Hebert Ruiz. And that's in there at the knees. Ruiz, 25 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Right-hander kick steals. Ripped on a line.
Fuera.
And that's just foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
On the ground to third.
Okay.
Tosses to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. So digging in, Ildemaro Vargas grounded out his first time. Right through there for a strike.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Vamos, bueno, Kyle está, vamos, a un nivel.
And we're back, leading off, Tyrone Taylor. And a pitch. And there's a foul ball.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And now the lefty. Lined, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch. I'm amazed at his ability to put his hands inside and actually square that baseball off. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there. Oh,
vamos, Byron, enorme. Venga, es el momento, Lástima, tío. Evita el doble play. Con que evites el doble play. Con que evites el puñetero doble play. Cosa que ya acabas de hacer. Ya me valía. Cojones.
Next is the speedy first baseman,
Asco, tío.
Edouard Julien.
Asco, tío, de verdad,
You know,
Me
this guy's
pone...
great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's
Se me
going
ha quedado
to give
quieto,
him
tío.
one more
Ya
thing
está.
he's got to think about.
2 outs.
Vaya oportunidad, tío.
This one
Vaya
chopped to the
oportunidad, de
ground,
verdad.
but foul. No
Qué
score
rabia,
yet,
tío.
but a runner at third with
3
2 away.
putas bolas, tío. Hay dobles play de los cojones.
Fights it off, you'll see another.
No le voy a dar.
The 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
No le voy a dar. No le voy a dar. Hostia puta.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that.
Back here at
Puta
Citi
madre.
Field. Now here is number 30. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Berger. Now the throw to first on the
Basura.
run. Now one
Tomar
gone in the
Narváez
top
es
of the
basura.
6th. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
Mierda.
Called strike right
0-1
there.
for count.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Soto makes the play, and that quickly 2 away. Garrett in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike, and it's fouled away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Bottom of the inning, so now here's the Mets DH, Starling Marte. Gore back to work. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
And that one is lifted in the air. And it's caught for the out. Now the number 2 hitter, Jeff McNeil. He dives, but he can't make the catch. No throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. Man at first with 1 gone. Now Juan Soto. Swing at a ball lifted
Oh,
to
la
center
hostia
field.
putísima.
They get the out on Soto, and there's 2 down.
Pesado de verdad,
Stepping in the long ball threat, Jake Berger, 1 for 2. That's outside, and it's 1-0. With the go-ahead run at first, here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
High in the air, out to right. Garrett makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Mets leave 1, and welcome back to the ballpark. And now Joey Meneses, and there's the strike.
Sometimes pitchers work them backwards, starting with the breaking ball, but it's a tricky approach. He almost wants to bait you out there to throw that stuff to start the at-bat.
Close, but call the ball. And the count 1-2.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
Whips it to first. That's the first out at the top of the 7th. Rosario now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Oh, a great grab on the dive. The throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Bien, Kyle.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. Off the mark there, and that's ball 1.
This pitcher's done a good job of
Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series.
Oh.
This one popped up, Lindor sizing this one up, and that's the third out. Bottom of the seventh, and the batter will be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. And here it comes. Hit hard on the ground.
Muy bien, Francisco. Muy bien.
Abrams tosses the first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh. So up next, Tyrone Taylor. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Activity in the Washington bullpen. Tanner Rainey up and loosening in the pen. Thompson getting cranked up as well. Next pitch is outside. Now on the mound for the Nationals, Tanner Rainey.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than he did per inning.
Hauls it in for the out. 2 down. Byron Buxton now at the plate.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now.
Cago en su putísima madre.
3 up,
La
3
verdad.
down, inning over. Here in Queens, we're at the top of the 8th, and now it's Keibert Ruiz. And that one a little below the knees, and that is ball 1. Swing and a ground ball out to short. He is safe, and that was bang bang at first.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup.
Lo siento. Lo siento, Kai, hijo.
And here comes the Mets manager.
Lo siento. Nos mierdas, lo siento.
And that's in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary
Es lo que has podido, pero es que el ataque es una basura, la verdad.
based off the trajectory,
Nada, bola.
get yourself into scoring position.
Popped up. McNeil drifts towards it. Brings it in, and there's one down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Vargas can't hold up, and that's a strike. And fouled off. Righty to the plate. Bounce to the left side. Off balance feet. There's one. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And here's the catcher, Omar Narvaez.
Este nos ha quitado el partido. Esta basura con el número 2 nos ha quitado el partido.
Now fly ball to right center. On the move.
Tenías que haber hecho antes. Tira una carrera.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Up the middle.
2 out. Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Ground ball up the middle.
Qué bien.
Out with room to
Qué
spare, and
bien.
that's
Sí
the
me
inning.
gusta, chavales.
Back here at Citi Field, all set for the start of the inning. And now the center fielder, number 30.
Ah,
First
bola.
pitch just misses. Just missed.
Ah, bola. Vale, vale, entiendo.
And a foul
Entiendo.
ball. Makes the count 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Goes down looking.
Boom, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Base is empty, one away. You're at the top of the 9th.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
The shortstop takes the ball. Struck him out looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive and puts the go-ahead run on base.
Well, he's been having a hard time just putting the ball in play in this one, so that should help soften the blow. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big.
That one to first. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove.
Bien, Edwin. Bien, Julian. Bueno, bateamos para ganar, cosa que no va a suceder. Iremos a la prórroga. Hala, venga, primero. Hostia. Muy bien. Muy bien, niño. Venga, Juan, un home run y se acabó. Vamos. Vamos, Jeff. Y se acabó. Dos partidos 1-0. Dos partidos 1-0. Vamos a ver la foto. Claro. Pero nada que celebrar, O sea, la victoria sí, pero ganar en la última entrada a Washington Nationals 1-0, cuidado, Que lo decidió Juan Soto, la verdad.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire
pues venga, jugamos un partidito con de Colorado, ¿vale? A ver cómo se va eso.
We'll see you soon.
The final line.
Venga, empezamos la serie con Colorado, a ver qué tal. 39-55, bueno. Ah, en casa también. Sigue lesionado Pitt.
Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens.
Bueno,
it's going to be a scorcher out there today. It's the Colorado Rockies going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll.
Venga,
Pitching in this game, Luis Castillo. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Siggy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound.
Bueno, parece gatillo fácil,
Go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Vale.
Now one away.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
And now, Alan Trejo. 1 out, base is empty. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Vale, este parece tener cuidado.
2 out, space is empty. That just misses. 2-2. got
Vamos.
him. Strikes out the side to begin
Bien,
the
bien, bien.
game. What a start. Back
Germán
here with
Márquez.
my pal Singy. And on the hill in this one, Germán Márquez. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough
Vamos.
spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's
Venga.
more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life.
Doble play, tío.
That chance
Ah,
handled.
no.
Throws to first in time.
Bueno.
One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting third. The
On
right fielder.
Soto now.
Juan.
You know, Boog, as a 20-year-old, this guy hit 2 home runs in the World Series. And the only players younger than Soto to hit World Series home runs are Andrew Jones, Miguel Cabrera, and Mickey Mantle.
Buenísima.
All right, that gets through around third. He'll score and the Mets take the lead. 1-0 to the shortstop
Vamos.
at second, but it pulls him off
Vamos.
the base.
Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here, make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
That's
One ball,
way
2
outside.
strikes.
1-2 to count. Up the middle. Throws to first in time. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Batting fifth.
A un email.
The left fielder. Brandon
Seguir la racha, va.
Nimmo.
And a foul ball. One run across to the frame so far here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
El animal.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a high fly ball left field.
Pues
Drifts
otro día
towards
será.
it. That is the inning.
Bueno, bien.
One for the Mets here on the RBI
Por lo menos.
double. It's an early one. And we're back. And now the veteran third baseman, Ryan McMahon. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Castillo, an all-star a season ago, 31 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Carl Dixon doing the umpiring behind the plate.
And Boog, I'm not sure if it's because he sort of sets up higher than most, but one thing to be aware of with Dixon is the high strike. Not usually a big deal because most players are swinging at pitches up there, but we may see some surprise looks from hitters from time to time because that's just so unusual.
Vamos.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Swing.
Bien.
That's strike 2.
0-2.
The Mets up by a run here at the top of the second. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Con este que tener cuidado, ¿no?
Missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never
Parece.
does. And you're tied up.
El más peligroso. De momento.
Kicks and deals. And downstairs.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And now here's Lowry's Montero. And the first offering is not close. Just missed.
2 balls, no strikes.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 1. That's a little bit low. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a foul straight back.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball of the hit.
Vamos.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Here's the catcher to hit, Francisco Alvarez. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just...
Vamos.
Drilled to center. Way back
Vamos.
there. On its way. And
Vamos. Vamos.
a massive home run. That's his 50th career homer. And they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
Vamos.
What I love about this swing is he stayed tall, allowed his hands to go directly to the baseball, letting that bat head get down through the ball to create backspin and hit it out of the ballpark. Really nice job.
Byron Buxton, the next to hit, takes outside. That one hammered center field. Way back there.
Joder, Byron.
Out of here.
Joder, Byron.
They go back to back, and they add a run.
Joder, Byron.
It's 3-0.
Y eso va a estar lesionado otros 4 partidos, pero madre mía. Vamos ya. Venga, seguimos.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Ronnie Mauricio stands in now, looks at that one inside. Into center. Gets under
Qué pena.
it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Edouard Julien up now for the Mets.
Second baseman, Edouard Julien.
There's a swing and a drive.
Cuidado,
That one's back. Back. Gone. Their third home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 4-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And first offering is fouled off. Already 3 runs across in the frame. Bottom half of inning number 2. Chopped out in front of the plate. Inning over.
Venga, va.
Back here in Queens, new inning getting started, and stepping in, the rookie left fielder, number 82. There's a strike. Good eye in that spot.
Va.
The wind of the pitch.
Bien.
Struck him out swinging. 7 in a row by way of the K. Next for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar. That one hit to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down. Drew Romo digging in for the Rockies. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
0-1.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Good eye right there. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The Rockies down by 4. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Not close with that one. 3-2 now.
Pues se le va a dar a todo, ¿o qué? Todas las bolas le va a dar.
Two outs. Swing and a foul ball.
Vale, ya, ¿no?
At the plate, they'll do it again. And the pitch. In the air, out towards right center.
Oh.
And he makes the catch.
Vale.
And that is that. Back here at Citi Field, and now it's Juan Soto. Marquez back to work. That one ripped.
Va bien, ¿eh?
Going, gone.
Pues nada, otro.
And they add a run. It's 5-zip. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each
A la
other.
lesión de Pita Alonso, pues Juan Soto.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run. Well, these Mets doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85%.
Oh, that ball drilled back up the box and nailed the pitcher. He
Vamos.
beats the throw, and he's on it
No está
first.
frío.
Catcher coming out to check on
¿Está bien
him.
o qué?
Looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a
¿Está bien o
problem
qué,
for
tío?
him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But
Bien
to
o
me,
qué?
it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Man at first, Brandon.
Venga, Brandon, seguimos la
with it
racha, hombre.
next. He's 0 for 1. Roll the
No.
short, possible 2-ball. Off
Y two
balance
balls,
speed,
sí.
there's one. On to first, out, double play. Just got there in time. Francisco
Mono odioso.
Lindor comes up to the plate. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the
Modo
wall.
eso de la doble play, tío.
Bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I love the approach he had right there.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Antonio Senzatella.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Ripped towards
Oh.
third. Fires over to first.
Venga, está
That
bien.
ends the inning. And stepping in is the speedy Jorge Barrosa. In the air to left center, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Alan Trejo digging in for the Rockies. And that one clips the corner.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And the righty deals. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Drops into the glove, one down. Man at first, and here is Nolan Jones. That misses. Ball 1. Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Next offering is in for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
The Mets leading by 5. Top half of inning number 4. Ground ball right side could be 2. Lindor, that's 1. And it's a
A la
double
perros.
play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no
Mira,
errors.
Luis.
And we're back. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Byron Buxton. And first offering is fouled off. Senzatella fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but He's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. Makes the catch, one down. Ronnie Mauricio now. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. To the right side, Montero. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
And although you like the fact that guy throws strikes, guy gets contact, and not always great contact, the fact that when you have runners on, if that ball's in play, there's still a good chance that a run gets out.
And the Mets go 1-2-3. Met. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. And he grounds one to the right side. Over to McNeil. 1 away here in the 5th.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Rogers, batting with 1 down, takes the strike. Now 1-1. On the ground, finds its way through, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Estaba claro, había que tener cuidado con este. Era claro.
Lowry's Montero digging in for the Rockies. That one fouled off. And there's a base hit to the left. Quick throw back in. Lead runner
Venga,
holds
Luis,
it.
¿qué pasa?
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Nimmo makes the catch. 2 down. So first and second with 2 outs. Now it's the shortstop, Ezequiel Tovar. Sneaks through, base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. He's safe.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just one of those seen high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Romo in the box now. No balls and a strike. Montero at second. Tovar on at first with 2 down.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins.
And down on strikes he goes. They limit the damage here, but the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 5-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now here's Jeff McNeil. The right-hander back to work. And that one is lifted in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. See you later. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 7-1. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
Madre mía.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Jake Berger up now for the Mets. On the ground to third. McMahon fires over to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Venga, Nimmo.
So digging in, Brandon Nimmo. And he hits a ground ball right side. Great stop. It's there, and that's a great play.
Venga, puede que te dé otra oportunidad todavía.
Frankie Lindor, 1 for 2. Swings and sends a rocket to right. And makes the grab. And that ends the inning. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. It's now 7. Back here at Citi Field. And here is Jorge Barrosa. Little bouncer out in front of the plate. And that one handled. Over to first. They got him, but it was pretty close. Here's Colorado's DH, Alan Trejo. Strike 1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Vale.
Left field. And there's 2 away. Now here's Nolan Jones. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Fastball for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Back here in Queens, well, we go bottom 6, and now the catcher comes up to him. Francisco Alvarez. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. Here's Byron Buxton. He's already homered in this game. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Qué bien, Byron.
And next is the designated hitter, Ronnie Mauricio. Sends a telethrow to first. Outside.
Venga, todo menos la doble play, va.
On the inside corner for a strike.
1-1.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-2.
2 strikes.
Buxton leads off first with 1 away. Well struck right field.
Qué bien, Ronnie.
That one hops against the fence. Around third.
Qué bien, Ronnie.
He scores. It's 8-1.
Well done, drives in the run. Nice line drive to
Qué
the
bien, Ronnie.
side, headed out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Ryan Feltner gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
On the ground to third. Throws to first in time. Jeff McNeil stands in. 1 for 3. There's a line drive to left field.
Vamos.
And a
Bien.
They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's 9-1.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here's Juan Soto. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Oh.
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now.
And we're back. We go to the top of the 7th. So in now for Colorado, Ryan McMahon. That's towards center. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 away.
Woo. He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't
Vale,
been
este es el
able to
mejor,
figure out
parece
those
ser.
sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
Este parece que es el mejor.
Kicks and fires. This ball's chopped on the ground. Steps on first for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. And Lowry's Montero digging in for the Rockies. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Julian, the throw to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Set for the last half of the seventh. Here's the third baseman, Jake Berger. Feltner back to work. And that one just missed off the outside edge. The Rockies have some action in the pen. John Curtis getting ready to go. Gilbreth also throwing. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a miss. And that's strike two.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Venga, Brandon, tu última oportunidad para extender la racha. Al palco, la racha. Al palcazo, la racha.
And a couple of quick outs. Here's Francisco Lindor. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here.
It's really impressive how he's able to take an outside fastball, get around it, and hit it with authority to the pull side. Most guys are popping up weakly to the opposite field.
And that gets down for a base hit. And that gives Byron Buxton a chance to hit with 2 out. Here's the center fielder, Byron Buxton. He's already homered here in this one. Next offering popped in the air, right field. That takes care of Buxton. And that is the third out of the inning. Another look at the long ball from Francisco Lindor. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth, Bobby Valley.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now. All these Rockies need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for him to get anything going.
Tovar stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the eighth. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Not in time. He's safe.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Lifted in the air out to left. Nimmo has it sized up. He's got it. Out number 2. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder Jorge Barrosa. That smash towards center. Buxton pulls it in on the run. So 1 left for Colorado. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the DH, Ronnie Mauricio. The pitch. Lifted in the air down the left side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the
Salvo milagro no va a llegar otra vez a Nimmo.
Julian digs in now. Lifted in the air right center field. On the move to the gap. Makes the grab for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. He swings and fouls 1 off.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Bounce to the right side.
Bueno, pues hay que defender 9 carreras, a ver. ¿Qué podemos hacer?
Oscar Brazoban on the pitch out of the pen here.
Oh, he's having an excellent season so far. ERA's under 2. A lot of flexibility coming out of the bullpen.
And he deals. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Caught him looking for the K. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Swing and a miss.
0-2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball.
Oh,
Instead of just
Huasca.
weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Rockies down to their last out. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Ryan McMahon. There's a strike.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
And ball 1.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the...
That's to third. To first,
Me
and he
equivoqué.
beats it.
Me equivoqué.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers. There's a strike. Odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position. So 2 down, and here's the first baseman, Elauris Montero.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle.
Hit to right, and that should do it.
Y Mets win.
He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets take this
Bueno,
series
mañana
opener here at home.
acabaremos la
10-1,
serie
the final score. For Chris
y
Singleton
empezaremos
and
a
our
ver
entire
Miami y
crew, I'm John
demás.
Shelby saying so long.
Va a ser difícil, ¿eh? Lo que viene va a ser muy complicado. Vienen los Yankees también, Atlanta. La serie con Atlanta va a ser la clave, la verdad. Miami y luego la serie con Yankees, Atlanta y Minnesota. Aquí va a estar parte del futuro, ¿eh? La verdad. Veremos. All-Star Voting. Ah, mira, Kodai. Está complicado. Closing pitcher. Está Edwin Díaz ahí, con 293.000. Andrés también. Catcher Francisco Álvarez. Freddy Freeman, Pete Alonso, obvio. Second base Edward Julian. Tercera base no está Burger, ¿no? Ah, sí, mira aquí. Shortstop Francisco Lindor, claro. Juan Soto el primero. Bueno, pues nada, mañana chicos seguimos con esta serie. Y nos vemos. Buenas noches. Chao, chao.